Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we've got a Europa League episode. We've got both legs of the quarter-final. Away to Hoffenheim first, and then at home to Hoffenheim to finish off the episode. So yeah, those of you who've been watching the series now will know that we lost at this stage last season, quite comically, to Celta Vigo, it has to be said. We drew away from home in the first leg, which was a good result for us. And then at home, we had about 40 shots in the game, I think it was. We had a 5.03 XG, I think. And we drew the game 1-1 somehow and lost on penalties. They went on to win the competition as well. So I'm hoping not for a repeat of last season in the Europa League. And also, the only team to beat us so far in the Europa League campaign has been Hoffenheim. They beat us way back a few months ago now. They beat us at home, actually, 1-0. And yeah, it wasn't a very good game for us, to be honest, has to be said. They could have won by more than 1-0. So a little bit nervous about today's game. Although saying that, back then I did rest a lot of the players. As you can see from the team sheet here, Vicario was starting, Jimenez as well, Guiri, Vifali, Andre, Grana, Bruno, Pellegrini as well. So I did underestimate them quite a lot. And although we did lose to them, I'm not going to make the same mistake here today. I'm going to put out my strongest 11 I can and hope to get a win away from home and also hope to beat them at home as well. So we shall see what happens in this episode here today. If we get through to the semi-final, we'll be all cheery. If we don't get through to the semi-final, it'll be a disastrous episode for us. Well, of course, this episode is all about the Europa League, but of course, the league is still going on and it's still a massive fight for top four. In terms of the league table, we're sitting 5th in the league now. We are just 1 point behind Man City, Man United and Liverpool though. Man City, the only team who've got a game in hand over us. So it's going to be a thrilling top four race from now on towards the end of the season. West Ham are 4 points behind us. We played a game less. Aston Villa are 5 points behind us. We played a game less than them as well. So it looks like there's 4 of us battling out for the last 3 positions. Arsenal, I think it's safe to say they've secured Champions League football for next season. They've probably secured the title as well, let's be honest. But in terms of the top 4 race, well, Man City, Man United, Liverpool above us. You can't get 3 much bigger teams than that, can you really? So we have to upset the apple cart quite a lot to get in that top 4, to be honest. And it's going to be tricky, especially considering the fact we've got games away to Man City and away to Liverpool. How big are those games going to be in the season as well? I feel like we need to do one upset in one of those games if we're going to get in the top 4, to be honest. In terms of the recent results, well, it did go quite well until we lost at home at Aston Villa. I'll get to that in a second. Well, after the last episode there, where we beat West Ham at home 3-1 and beat Stuttgart at home 2-0 to set up this time with Hoffenheim. Only played 2 games since then. And we lost at home to Aston Villa, unfortunately. Lost at home to Aston Villa 1-0. Again, I underestimated Aston Villa a little bit, it has to be said. I didn't really take into consideration how good they've been in recent times. We beat them away 4-1 very comfortably. Not too long ago, it seems. Yeah, back in November, we beat them away 4-1. But they've improved quite a lot since then, Aston Villa, and actually in a kind of a top 4 race now. So I shouldn't have really dropped Koric for this game and some other players as well, the likes of Acosta. Acosta and Koric I didn't start in this game because they were tired for the game, not because I was being really, really stupid. But to be honest, I should have just played Koric and Acosta from the start. Who knows what the result would have been if those two were playing. Unfortunately, we lost the game 1-0, and it has to be said, we didn't create too many chances in the game, and they deserved the win, so that was a big loss for us, it has to be said. We did bounce back in the next game, though. We beat Tottenham at home 3-0 very comfortably. Goals from Edson, El Idrissi and Alphonse in that game. Absolutely battered Tottenham in this game as well. Took to the 66th minute to get our first goal, but once the first goal went in, the other 2 came around quite quickly as well. So that was nice, but as I said, that Aston Villa defeat, we couldn't really afford to lose that game. If we'd have won that game, we'd be sitting second in the league right now. And yeah, of course, we've still got a big chance of finishing the top 4, but look at the games we've got coming up. Look at the games after these 2 Hoffenheim games, by the way. Wolves away, Man City away, then Liverpool away. We can't really afford to lose all 3 of those games, and it's going to be tricky. Wolves beat us at home early on in the season. After 364 days unbeaten at home, they stopped that run. And away to Man City, that speaks for itself. And away to Liverpool, that speaks for itself as well. I don't think we can win a game away to Man City, but if we can spring some sort of win together away to Wolves or away to Liverpool, to be honest, beating Liverpool away would be much more important due to it being a 6-pointer. Wolves are not in a top 4 race, so That's not a 6-pointer game, but of course if we can beat Wolves away from home, that'd be very nice as well. The last 3 games of the season are quite favourable for us. A home to Watford, away to Forest, and a home to QPR. So if we can win all 3 of those games and do an upset in one of these 3 games here, especially against even Man City or Liverpool, they've still got a chance for a top 4 finish this season. But our away form is not good this season again, so it looks a little bit tricky for us. But anyway, we'll focus on that in the future. Today is all about Hoffenheim, of course, the Europa League quarter-final. Obviously, we get through to the semi-final. The Liverpool game will be rearranged due to the fixture list there. We can't play on Wednesday and Thursday. So in terms of the Europa League quarter-final, obviously we've got Hoffenheim, as I said. If we get through this Hoffenheim game, we'll face either Nice or Villarreal in the semi-final. And of course, if we get through to the final, Galatasaray, Rangers, Brighton or Lyon. Wow, what a revenge meeting that could be if somehow us and Brighton both get through to the final. It's definitely possible. If you look at Brighton's side of the draw here, you'd say they're the better team in the draw. Saying that though, they might get relegated this season, so they can't be doing that well. But that would be absolutely lovely. You know, my ideal scenario would be to get through to the final, of course, face Brighton in the final, one of our local rivals, and get the better of them. We lost the FA Cup final to Brighton last season. Obviously, a long way to go yet before that happens. And whoever we get, I will take them, of course. We've got to get through Hoffenheim first. And hopefully, there's not a repeat of last season where we really did capitulate against Celta Vigo. A game we should have won 5 or 6-0 at home. We drew 1-1 and lost on penalties. Let's hope not for a repeat of that. First of all, we're away from home. Hoffenheim, bit of news about them. They're in 11th in the Bundesliga this season. 37 points from 29 games. Not really amazing, is it? Doesn't look like they're going to be qualifying for European football next season. 11 wins out of 29. Not really that impressive. And last season, they must have finished 7th or 6th. Yeah, they finished 7th last season, but 10th the season before that, 12th, and 13th the season before that. So we've got to be confident about this one. Let's get to the first leg then, away from home. Very convenient for us as well, as there's no game in between these 2 legs. So we've got a week break before we face Hoffenheim again. That is great. That could be very, very crucial in terms of this tie as well. Obviously, if we had a game on Saturday or Sunday, that could really affect us. And maybe Hoffenheim have a game on Saturday or Sunday as well. So that could be even more beneficial to us. So got to get through this tie. I know we lost at home to Hoffenheim 1-0. As I said, we rested a lot of players in that game. I underestimated them a little bit. I'm not going to underestimate them again. They've definitely got some good players, but we have some good players too. And in terms of the team sheet, we've got Lopez in goal, De Jong right back, and Andaquia left back, Alphonse and El Idrissi centre backs, and we've got Iliev, Moreno and Acosta in midfield, Rocha on the right wing, Edson on the left wing, and Koric up front. Well, in terms of players missing for the first game here, we've got Guiri out injured still, of course. He's been out for a couple of months now. He's back in 12 days to 3 weeks, so hopefully he can play some sort of part towards the end of the season. He's a good squad player to have, Guiri. He's chipped in with 9 goals this season. And also Chino and Dos Santos are both unregistered for both these Europa League games. So only missing 3 players here today, not 3 very important players as well. As you can see by the team sheet here, I've gone with a very, very strong 11. I am not underestimating them. And hopefully we can play a similar 11 in the second leg as well. Sad news, Koric is not on the best run of form, it has to be said. He's on 3 games without a goal now. Some really poor performances in there as well. I've warned him about his performances, and hopefully that's going to buck his ideas up, because we can't have this now, especially at this point in the season. We need Koric firing on all cylinders. He's been amazing all season, of course, with 29 goals, but he's hit a very, very slight rough patch. Hopefully that's the end of it today. The great news is, though, the 3 players behind him are on good form. Rocha, Acosta and Edson, but we need Koric to start firing again. Hopefully he can get a goal in the first leg. Hopefully we can win as well. Away to Hoffenheim. Let's go. Before we get started with the first leg though, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. It's really important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do consider hitting that subscribe button as well. Only 17 more to go. Then I finally get to that magic 1,000 mark. If you can help me reach that magic milestone, it'll be much appreciated. So I've asked for revenge here today. It's not often you can ask for revenge in the European competitions, of course, but we can today, and hopefully we can get it. A draw here in the first leg would be quite nice, to be honest. A 1-goal defeat wouldn't be a disaster either, to be honest, but if I'm being honest, I would like to win the game, of course. That's what we're playing here for. Oh my word, what a disaster start. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What an absolute donut. Can you get a worse start to a Europa League quarter-final than that? Oh my God, what has this idiot just done? I don't quite believe it. What has this idiot just done? The amount of times I've seen this disgusting challenge this season is crazy. I haven't got the get stuck in mentality on, so I don't know what is going on. De Jong there. Well, let's just pray and hope he hasn't cost us the tie. He could have cost us this first leg, and now, playing the game with 10 men for 86 minutes of the game, anything less than a 2-goal defeat could be a bonus here for us. That is absolutely disgusting from De Jong. Can't believe what he's done there, to be honest. I really can't believe what he's done there. Now what do we do? Who do we take off here? Well, it's either Iliev or Acosta, and they're both such important players for us. Normally I'll take off Acosta, to be honest, because Iliev is more of a... Well, he's just so good in that role, Iliev, but Acosta's our club captain. He's also our maestro. I can't afford to take Acosta off in such a game, can I? Iliev's going to have to come off. What can we do? Blame De Jong, mate. Blame De Jong, Iliev. What can we say? Andy Booth's going to have to come on for him. I don't think we should stay positive in the game anymore either. I think we should go back to balance, to be honest. And let's put Acosta in the midfield there. Box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, let's leave him as a box-to-box midfielder, Acosta. Not his best role, but he can play pretty much any role, Acosta. He's that good. We'll also get Andaquia off attack as well. I can't believe he's done that. I really can't believe he's done that. You know what? I'll keep everything else the same. Let's just hope it's just not a disaster now for us. As I said, if we can lose by 2 goals or less, that'll be a bonus from this point. But wow, what a start to the match. 4 minutes in, De Jong is just lunging in from behind with 2 feet. We're down to 10 men. Wow, despite being down to 10 men, 17 minutes in and Hoffenheim are yet to have a shot in the game. Quite surprising. If it stays like this, I'll be very happy. A 0-0 draw, I'll be ecstatic at this point. Really ecstatic. I'm not expecting to win now, of course. If we can snatch a draw, as I said, it'll be a great result for us. And a 1-goal defeat? A 1-goal defeat at this point could be a bonus as well. Really could be a bonus. Koric not with a great pass there. Enciso of Brighton in real life, of course. He tore us a new one in the first time we played Hoffenheim this season. Should have got a hat-trick, really, Enciso. Wow. Ah, dear. That's a penalty. Lovely. Wow. This could be disastrous. This really could be disastrous. Oh, my word. Moreno giving away a penalty there. Baumgartner stepping up. Well, let's all blame De Jong. He's getting a 2-week fine after this game. Of course he is. Obviously, it's half a week. Set up in my code of conduct for red cards. But for special occasions like this, they get a 2-week fine. Because look at him. He could have cost us the Europa League tie. He really could have cost us the Europa League tie here. Hoffenheim fans, the Hoffenheim staff, the Hoffenheim players, everyone connected with the club, just absolutely ecstatic when that happened 4 minutes in. Is he going to go 2-0 here? No, thankfully not. If he stays 1-0 from now to the end of the game, I will happily take that. Which is not what you need, is it really? Not what you need. Hoffenheim are obviously dominating the game now. Not really dominating the game though, but they are dominating the game. It's going to be hard for us from this point. Yeah, I don't know if I should be too harsh on the players, to be honest. Let's just point the finger. Second half underway, still 1-0. Still, it's quite beneficial to us being down to 10 men, but it could get a whole lot worse, to be honest. Could get a whole lot worse right now. Oh my word, great save by Lopez there. Absolutely brilliant save by Lopez. I think it was offside anyway, but he was great in front of goal there. Lopez, as I said, he's looking like a good goalkeeper, to be honest. He's improved quite a lot this season. And also the second half of the season has been better than the first half of the season. Well, 1-0 after 60 minutes. After being down to 10 men for 56 minutes so far. I don't think that's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Let's take Andaquia off. He's got a yellow card. Last week we needed to go down to 9 men. Bring Fafali on for him. And Edson's been absolutely shocking today with 6.2. Absolutely shocking. Who can we bring on for him though? Well, I can put Rocha there. And I can bring on Gonzalez for Edson. Definitely a risk, but I've also got a little bit more conservative as well. Put a low block in there. Slowed the tempo down a little bit. Also got rid of some of the stuff we have on there that I distribute quickly as well. Just try and maybe keep it at 1-0, I guess. But Hoffenheim getting a lot of the ball now. A lot of the ball. But this is a rare chance for us here. Here's Koric with the ball. Schmidt wins the ball back very easily though. Koric is not on form, as I said. Moreno picks it up here though. Very looping ball forward there, which is a bit strange from Moreno. 1-0 is decent. 2-0 is very worrying. Very worrying. Obviously, it was at 11 men. 1-0 will not be decent. But with the circumstances, it is decent. Can we create an opportunity here, though? Against all odds, can we get a goal back? Celta Vigo got all the luck last year. Can we get the luck this year? Here's Booth. He crosses it in. Koric is there. He's got a head over, heads over the bar. Well, Ross has had a poor game as well, but again, not really anyone we can bring on for him. You know what? Let's bring on Pellegrini for Rocha. Put Coric on the left-hand side there. Pellegrini could be useful for us in this game now to hold the ball up a little bit. So put him as a target forward. 20 minutes to go. Just keep it at 1-0 and I'm fairly happy. I'm fairly happy with a 1-0 defeat. If we can just beat Hoffenheim at home, then at least we know we're going to extra time on penalties. 10 minutes to go. Still 1-0. This will be decent for us. And that's it. End of the match. So, you know what? The way it started, obviously we've lost the game, so I'm not too happy. But from the way it started, it could have been a whole lot more disastrous for us, and it could have been tie over already. Hoffenheim probably be kicking themselves a little bit, to be honest. Obviously, we've faced them twice now. We lost 1-0 both times, but, you know, both times are a little bit tricky circumstances. The first game we played against them, I rested a lot of players, and this time round went down to 10 men after 5 minutes. So I've still got confidence we can beat them at home. As long as we beat them at home, obviously away goals don't come into effect anymore. We will be guaranteed to go through the extra time and penalties. So, yeah, not as bad as it could have been. De Jong, what an absolute donut. But the rest of the team defended quite well. And we've still got a good chance of going through to the semi-final. Make sure you stick around, though, guys. In a week's time, we've got the second leg. Can we turn it around? And can we get through to the Europa League semi-final? Well, even though we didn't play between these two legs here, unfortunately, lots of the other teams played on the Saturday. And it wasn't good for us because all the teams that we didn't want to win, they all won. Man City won, Man United won, Liverpool won, Villa and Chelsea all won. So now it's looking even more bleak for us in terms of the top four race. Of course, we've got a game in hand over Liverpool, Man United, so it'll be a point behind them again. I like the look of Liverpool's goal difference, by the way. I think Liverpool really are the team that we could overcome. If you look at the games we got left, away to Liverpool, away to Wolves, those two look more realistic to win. I'm not saying we're going to win those games because we probably won't, but even if we get a draw away to Liverpool, that could be a great result for us in the top four race. So let's not give up hope yet in terms of a top four finish, but it doesn't look too good for us. And I just saw the games the other teams have got left, and it has to be said we have got the hardest run in, to be honest. But if we can spring a surprise or two against Liverpool, Man City or Wolves, then that could go a long way for us. This is all about the Europa League, though. It's great the fact that we do have this week break between the two legs, and it just started off absolutely disastrously for us. But we've got to be quite thankful it only finished 1-0. That's a good bonus in my opinion. So the fact that it only finished 1-0 is quite beneficial to us, to be honest, after such a disastrous start. Also, we've had our youth intake since the last episode as well, and one very, very high promising player has come through. His name is Kai Ovell. He's 15 years of age, potentially 5 stars as well. He doesn't look that much right now, and also the series, I wouldn't say it'll be too far away from the conclusion now, to be honest. So whether Ovell will feature or not from now and towards the end of the series is debatable. But if he can improve drastically in these next couple of seasons, then he could be a great player to have. Ovell, he's come through the youth system, so he's definitely an exciting player. Anyway, let's get to this game then. The second leg at home to Hoffenheim. Nice beat Villarreal 3-0 in the first leg. So we get through this game. We have Nice in the semi-final. We've got to fancy our chances there against Nice. Obviously, Villarreal can still get through, but it looks likely to be Nice. We've still got a good chance here, though. We only lost the first leg 1-0, despite being down to 10 men for 86 minutes. We're at home now. Fratton Park is a fortress most of the time, so I am confident, although we have faced Hoffenheim twice now, lost twice, and haven't scored a goal. So we are banking on Coric in this game and Edson to step up. Can they step up? And in terms of the team sheet for the second leg, well, only one change. No real surprises who I've changed here. De Jong obviously got suspended with that disgusting two-footed lunge from behind. He is out for this game. So Andy Booth will start today's game. He's not long back from injury, so he's still lacking a little bit of match sharpness. But it's great the fact that we've got two great right-backs at the club. De Jong, stupid decision, of course, but he's still a great right-back for us. Also, unfortunately, Pellegrini picked up a slight injury in that game, so he is missing as well. But all in all, the team we put out here today, surely this team is good enough to beat Hoffenheim and at least do our job, at least win the game by at least one goal. And if so be it, we'll go to extra time penalties. But we have to win this game. If we don't win the game, we are out of the Europa League again. All right, here we go. The team is fresh. As I said, 7-day break since the last game. So there's no problem with the fitness. Only missing De Jong for today's game, and Booth is a great replacement. We've got to be winning this game. Okay, De Jong cost us the first leg pretty much, but it's only 1-0, so we can't blame him for what happens here today. We have to be beating Hoffenheim at home. We have to. We have to win this game. Come on. Koric, I need you to step up here today, pal. I need you to step up. Same with you, Edson, as well. Not a very promising start to the match, 11 minutes in, but we have got the match momentum, which is nice. But no highlight to talk of 16 minutes in. The longer it goes without a goal, the more worried I'm going to get. That is for sure. Well, first 25 minutes has been absolutely disastrous. Not a single highlight to talk of yet. Hello, we need to win the game, boys. Do you understand? No? Wow. Okay. I need to go more positive at half-time, don't I? Wow, not a single highlight in the first half. That is very, very promising. Very, very promising. I'm very optimistic right now. What an absolute shocking first half. Thrash the arms about. Get a grip, boys. Come on. Let's not get knocked down to the quarterfinal again. Come on, man. Alright, I need to put the press higher. High defensive line as well. Trigger press much more often as well. Nesta Rocha with an injury. He's pathetic as well with 6.2. He's not really good enough, Rocha, to be honest. That is one of the main positions I want to strengthen next season. Is a new right winger. But anyway, that's for the future. Can we see a highlight in the game? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Can we see a chance in the game? Will you step up in the game? Well, 55 minutes into this crucial game and still not a highlight in the game. 60 minutes in, still no highlight in the game. This is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. I'm going attacking now. I've had enough of this. This is ridiculous. Alright, Guevara can come on for Booth as well. Booth is anxious, not playing particularly very well, but it doesn't really matter. If we don't see a highlight, there's nothing that can be done in this game, can there? 70 minutes in, and there's still not a single highlight in the game. What on earth is going on here? This is the worst game of football I've ever seen in my life. What is happening? Wow. How absolutely ridiculous is this? Ridiculous. I don't believe it. Oh my word. You know what? Bruno can come on. Bruno can come on for... Who can he come on for though? Acosta's playing quite well. Iliev's playing quite well. You know what? Moreno can come off. Bruno on. Up front there with Koric. Acosta, you can come back here. You can be some sort of deep line playmaker. Let's put Bruno as an advanced forward as well. Wow. Can't believe what's happening here, to be honest. Well, this isn't even a highlight. Oh my word. Saved by Lopez. But yeah, there's always a highlight straight after you make substitutions, aren't there? But 15 minutes to go. We haven't seen a highlight in the game. Absolutely amazing. 10 minutes to go. Still no highlight in the game. We're on key highlights. Hasn't been changed. But yeah, another Europa League campaign. Down the toilet, it seems. Absolutely embarrassing, has to be said. Absolutely embarrassing. Oh, my word. Well, I've gone very attacking now. Just I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Oh, is it a highlight? Are you sure? Probably too late though, let's be honest. Gonzalez shoots. Yeah, first highlight. Took 84 minutes in Europa League quarter-final second leg to get the first highlight in the game. How lovely is that? Oh my word. Now we've got two highlights a minute later. I've gone very attacking, very direct as well. Go hard or go home. Could be going home, to be honest, because here come Hoffenheim with the ball. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. 3 games against Hoffenheim and not a single goal. Here's Bruno with the ball, though. Can he be a hero here, Bruno? Corey, what are you doing? What on earth is he doing? What is that idiot doing? What an absolute donut. He should never play for the club again after that. He should never play for the club again after that disgusting bit of play there. Oh my word. What a disastrous, disastrous episode for us that is. Well, that is just the cherry on top of the cake, isn't it? Bruno, Koric was through on goal. All Bruno had to do was cut him through on goal and he would have scored. Well, should have scored. I'm almost lost for words, to be honest. It's happened to me before, last FootballManager. I had a whole game with Hereford against Shrewsbury. I'll never forget it. There was not a single highlight in the game. Not a single highlight in the game. And this took 84 minutes to get a highlight in the game. Oh my word. Will we ever win a major trophy? Will we ever win a major trophy? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolute filth. Can't believe that. Can't believe that. 84 minutes without a highlight. Need to win a game. Played Hoffenheim 3 times this season. This is a team who are sitting 11th in the Bundesliga. Finished 7th last season. So they're no special club at all. They're no special club at all. And in 3 games in the Europa League this season, we can't score a single goal against them. Well, I'm absolutely fuming, as you can probably tell. Absolutely fuming. I can't believe that. That's just disgusting. Well, another season without a major trophy, and another Europa League campaign has opened up for us. We should have won it last season. We should have won it this season as well. Absolutely disgusting. Can't believe it. Wow. Really, wow. Look at the teams left in it. Look at the teams left in the competition. Brighton, Galatasaray, and Nice. Fucking wow. Fucking wow. Well, what can you do? Can't replay it, can we? We're not cheats here. Not an FN Challenger, we're not cheats, so we can't replay it. It's done now. I just can't believe that. I really can't. And you know what? You know what's going to happen, don't you? There is no way we're qualified in the top 4, you know what I mean? Now after seeing that, Coric has gone completely off the ball. Look at the state of him, look. This is the last thing we needed from him. 6.42 in the last 5 games. You can get a 2-week fine, pal. Because you're meant to be our key player at the club and you can't even turn up in our biggest game of the season. Wow. We can't blame De Jong for it, let's be honest. We can't blame De Jong for it because we should be able to score a goal at home to Hoffenheim. We should be able to score a goal at home to Hoffenheim. As I said, they're no special club. They're 11th in the Bundesliga, so it's like us playing at home to Wolves, who we didn't score against at home as well. So that's pretty much a poor representation there, isn't it? But let's say at home to Nottingham Forest, for example, or QPR, either side of Wolves. It's just... wow. The only way to save the season now is to finish in the top 4, of course, but that doesn't seem likely. I was not expecting this, to be honest. I was not expecting something so disgusting. The way it started off with De Jong getting sent off after 5 minutes, them scoring the penalty, but I was optimistic. I was very confident in that second leg. I was 100% sure we was going to score a goal. I didn't think it would take 84 minutes to get a highlight. So, we only have ourselves to blame, to be honest. Yeah, what can I say? I'm absolutely fuming with that. Absolutely fuming. Oh, I can't believe it. We should have won the Europa League. We should have been back-to-back Europa League champions. The teams that are left in the competition, we should have been back-to-back Europa League champions. And the fact that we haven't won one of them is absolutely disgraceful. Haven't got past the quarter-final is absolutely disgusting. Couldn't score a single goal in 3 games against Hoffenheim. It is embarrassing, but it's happened. What can we do? What can we do? Something needs to change here because this is ridiculous. And now, if we are to play in the Champions League next season, which seems highly unlikely now, let's be honest, we need to pull off some sort of upset in the next 3 games. It is very, very important that we at least win one of the next 3 games against Wolves, Man City or Liverpool. And I'll bring you back for the games away to Man City and away to Liverpool. I thought I was going to bring you back for the Europa League semi-final, but obviously that's gone down the toilet, hasn't it? So I'll bring you back for the games away to City and away to Liverpool. Really, we need to get some sort of win out of one of those games, to be honest. Away to Wolves as well, we can win that game. That'll be absolutely massive. We need to ask for revenge there, that is for sure. They beat us at home earlier in the season. As you can tell, as I said, I am still absolutely livid from that Europa League performance there from us. I will be for the next few days, to be honest. I can't believe it again. Honestly, I can't believe it. This is our chance for redemption. And we couldn't score at home to Hoffenheim. Absolutely disgusting. Anyway, all we can do is move on and just pray to the gods that somehow we can beat either Man City or Liverpool in the next episode and finish in the top 4 and play Champions League football next season. Not that we can win the Champions League, though, because we can't even get past the quarterfinal of the Europa League, so let's not get too excited. But if we actually finish in the top 4, we might actually be able to attract more players to the club and maybe get some more money to spend as well. So if we can finish in the top 4 coming into the season, that'll make up for it a little bit, but nothing will fully make up for that because that was just disgusting, and the Europa League has opened up for us again, but again 2 seasons in a row, we have blown it. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out, and it'd much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.